Hello and good evening, everybody out there in the land of the internet. It is I, DJ, accompanied by my cohorts, the Blue Brand,
What's up?
and of course the Frage.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We are NoSkill Entertainment, bringing you another episode of the NoSkill podcast. As of this recording, summer is over. The end of September is here. Somebody wake up Billy Joe and the rest of Green Day because September has ended. And I couldn't be happier because that's my birthday month and I absolutely fucking hate it. But now we bring on and we welcome in the crisp. Now we bring on and we welcome in the crisp, cool weather. Not too cold to where I could still wear shorts, but a nice light hoodie. That's what we like around here. I'd like to bring you guys to notice we're in a wee bit of an oldie but a goodie spot, the old campsite. So I had to break out some old attire. Hopefully you are okay with this happening right now. Just felt like being old, like I am.
And then I felt like being new.
Like he is.
I'm just here, guys.
Wanted to get in. That is very true. How are you?
All right. A little dizzy.
And how are you?
I'm doing great.
Fantastic. All right. What I wanted to break out today is like the fact that summer is now over, which, yes, that means that some summer festivities have now ended, but that means now fall festivities can commence. Bonfires, any other things that people do during fall that involve being outside that I don't do. But I don't know if you guys have this where you are, Brandon, because I know you live in a very rural. There we go.
That many rules,
rural.
that kind of puts it spot on right there. That is very rural.
No, I was trying to say the word correctly. Rural.
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 Is that how
You live in a very rural neighborhood. Rural.
Give me 1 second.
XD.
All right.
But you live in a very rural area of the states. Do you have like fairs or like carnival fairs, traveling fairs that go near your area?
Mostly during the summer and state fair, but that's more in areas that is very far from where I live. It's not very accessible. I would have to probably drive over an hour to get to any of those really fun places.
God damn. Man, I can't say anything. My friends and I drive over an hour just to go to a concert, and that only lasts for 3 hours.
Yep, same.
But have you ever been to any of them? Like
I've been to one.
Have you ever been to any of them, though?
One.
How was it? What'd you do? What'd you see?
It was your basic, like, little fair. You know, there was rides. There was all kinds of fun, cool stuff. A lot of food stands and all that.
That is what always ends up running my pockets. Like, you would think running my pockets would be getting tickets for rides. Oh no, it's the food, dog. It's the food.
Mm-hmm.
From stands where they're just like, yeah, so if it exists, we deep fry it. You want a deep fried Snickers? We got it. Deep fried water? We got it. You want deep fried tire tread? We got
Deep
it.
fried Oreos.
Yes. Then you got your funnel. Then you got your funnel cakes and your fried doughs, and then the food trucks that randomly that you didn't know existed just come out of nowhere, and there they are, waiting for you. Pulled pork, real pulled pork. What? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yes.
I always love those, like, those like fair. Yes. Forget, I was about to say it. Fair taco trucks are awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The one that's run by authentic Mexicans that don't want to have a conversation that's more than 20 words with you.
Is that okay?
What you want?
What do you want? Is that it?
What else?
Okay.
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 Hey, minute. It's not racist. It's true. It's very true. Especially all the way up here in the north where I live, they actually have food truck festivals where the main draw is the food trucks. There's live music there. There's games that you can play. No Nobody gives a flying fuck about them. We're here for the food trucks.
That's actually
We're here for the
that's actually
wish
happening
there
up
was
in
one
up,
out here.
one town up. Oh,
Hold up. Wait. You wish what?
yeah.
No, I wish there was a fruit truck fair out here or a festival because I would want to go to one so bad.
You will go broke. Be happy that you don't. Now, anyway, you said you have one
It'll
going.
be
What?
worth
there's
it.
there's one going on right now up in the town where Mikey's at.
Okay. Because
they got.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's just they've got some like really good food because they've always come around. These it's not just like the small little ones, but it's like business food trucks that'll roll through here. And I've like every con we go to or small little like Comic-Con type gatherings, there's always a bunch of them there, and they're always so fucking good. You just can't beat them. You just can't beat the food.
And I love how they'll have like a cultural diversity of food there. Like I know I don't want this to turn into like just a food thing, but that's kind of the draw to any sort of fair or festival or carnival, whatever have you, is the food. Like I went to this food truck festival back in early September, and there was from your standard taco trucks to people selling burgers to where there was a truck that was selling like meat, but it wasn't your traditional meat. Like they were selling like, bison burgers, bison bratwurst or whatever. Yeah, it was bratwurst made out of something else that wasn't. I loved it so much. I went back for seconds, and then.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah, I was about to say bison's good. Buffalo is great. I remember when I lived in New Mexico, one of my favorite things to do was once a year there would be like this vendor that would come around because he had like a buffalo farm, and he would butcher a buffalo and he would make jerky out of them, and then he would sell them for like a good 2 weeks at this place. I think it was called Espanola around that area ish, near where I lived, and we would go and we would buy like bags of buffalo jerky, and that shit was fucking delicious. I loved it so much.
It's crack, but good crack, legal crack. So I'm okay with it. All right, now on the other side of the board, all the way from the other side of the coast, fairs, festivals, anything you've been to.
So
that you wouldn't mind speaking about.
Yeah, well, and it goes back to the same thing with the food too. Is that like I would go to the fair, like all my money was mainly there for maybe like two items at like the little vendors they had there, and then the rest would be food. But we had one in the town I was living in. It was like the last free fair in the state, or something like that, because everywhere else was charging admission. But yeah, we'd be going there. We'd be getting drunk with our teachers and shit. I mean, 10 years ago, they're not going to get in trouble now. But like, yeah, we would be like, because sometimes it would take place during the first or second week of school. And so we would go there. We would go to school, then we'd go to the fair, and then we'd see our teachers and everything there. So it was really cool. But then like I said, I do miss that from the fall season. I haven't been to the fair in so goddamn long. But I'm looking forward to starting to go back there because they always had the best food.
Oh yeah, I technically went to 2 fairs within the last week. One of them, it was a Renaissance fair that ended up getting canceled because a certain fucking hurricane decided to just come stomping through, and as a precaution, they ended the festivities early. And we haven't gotten an ounce of rain. We just got a little bit of wind, and it might have been a little chilly for people. Sorry if you're wearing a kilt. But the other one that I went to here in New England, called the Big E, it's a fair, but the big draw is they have a venue for concerts. 3 different venues, I should say. They have what's called the Court of Honor, which is like local talent that's around the New England area, New England/New York area, because New York technically isn't a part of New England for some reason. But that's just for like local talent that happen to be passing through. Then they have the Hall of Fame stage, which you'll have some big-ish artists there. I know this year they had DJ Jazzy Jeff from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Sublime.
Ooh.
For all you Sublime fans. And then they have the main stage, the Big E Arena, where the first day was Dropkick Murphys. Then they had a couple of country music artists whom I don't know. And then the reason that I was there on about a week ago, Bobby Shmurda, Bring Me the Horizon and Knock Loose.
Yes.
Ooh.
Dude, I wish they were coming through anywhere near where I lived. I would have definitely got tickets for that.
It was such a good show. I just wish again, my problem, especially as a degenerate metalhead, I always end up sleeping on the opener, and then all of a sudden the opener ends up surprising me, which I did that at the A Day to Remember concert because I didn't know who Bad Omens was. Please don't crucify me. I already said I'm sorry.
But yeah, it was not.
There was this.
Right? No,
it was this band called Grandson. It's rap and rock music. And he basically tried to bring back the early ages of Rage Against the Machines, which he did a fairly good job. Some of the things that he was talking about, you could tell he was actually passionate about. And one of the songs that he did, and again, when it comes to opening bands, I'm not saying that they're horrible, but it's kind of hard to work over a crowd whom is mainly there to see possibly the last two bands, and you're not one of them. So it's kind of hard to win them over. We can agree on that?
Yeah, it is.
This dude, by song number 2, had everybody in the audience sitting there like waving their hands and singing along to the song, even though none of us knew what the fuck the song was. Because some of his lyrics just hit different. Like, I forgot the name of the song. I think it's called like Despicable or some shit. The chorus line is quite simply, "If I were you, I wouldn't love me either." And I'm like, damn, dog.
Damn. Yeah, no wonder he knew how to work a crowd. That's how he had everybody going.
This motherfucker's spitting. Dude, I want a hug after this. And then during half of Knocked Loose, so again, this is the one bad part about having a fair directly behind a concert venue. You know that one ride where they just raise you up
and
then drop you?
Like the really big drop?
Mm-hmm. That was behind the stage. Yeah, that was behind the stage. That was behind the stage. So you can only imagine. So here's the stage, right? Directly in front of me. And then just off to the left is the ultimate drop thing. And you haven't lived until you've heard a band sing and then just hear somebody scream in the background. So it would Bring Me the Horizon. Best friend stab you in the front. Ah!
I'm just thinking, what if you see that, but they're doing a wall of death, like they're getting ready for it, and the singer's getting ready to like launch it, but then you just hear the scream, and everyone assumes the scream is the go.
Mm-hmm. And keep in mind, those are people behind a loud stage, and we could still hear them. That's how loud these people are screaming for their lives. I heard some girl. It's where like I'm really trying to enjoy Knocked Loose, okay? I've never seen Knocked Loose live. I'm a huge Knocked Loose fan. I'm just trying to enjoy the music. And then all I'm hearing is, "Let me down, I dropped my phone! It might have broken!" Bitch, you are 500 feet in the air. There is no might have. That bitch is gone.
It's gone. That shit became dust.
Shattered.
That thing is dust.
Maybe you should have bought a Nokia.
Yeah, Nokia would.
So that's why it was
survive.
hard. It was. Well, yeah, because Nokia's
just on
built
the way
for
down.
tough. They're meant to do that. Nokia and cockroaches will survive a nuclear war. Just in case the cockroaches need to make a phone call. Hey, dude, there's a lot of free space now. Get down here.
Imagine an alien space, like an alien race coming down to Earth, like after we've wiped ourselves out. Find the Nokia phone, and it still turns on.
I think
Like,
that's
what
why
is this
cockroaches will
strange
stay behind.
device? Yeah.
See, I think that's why cockroaches and Nokia devices will stay alive even after the nuclear war, because now the cockroaches will pick up the cell phones and be like, "Hey, aliens, they're all gone now. It's cool. Bring the vodka." It might be a conspiracy theorist, or I might be right.
The scene from Men in Black.
And I'm just picturing those roaches with the Mexican accents just walking
Oh
off
my
the spaceship. It's pretty clear down here.
Air's very tasty.
There's no one around.
All right. They're here.
Seize your mans.
Well, so really get back. That's one thing I loved about the fair, but that was one hard thing about that one is I stopped watching the concert. I started watching Peril happening just to the left of it. Then you had two different types of Ferris wheels. One of them was the big romantic one to where, you know, married couples can, you know, make out the entire time and do their thing with, you know, the premarital hand holding.
Man, I bet
Sinners.
that was really romantic with Knocked
Shame.
Loose playing to the other side.
I love you so much, darling. Psychopath!
If only it
But
was.
then they had
If
this-
only it was Motionless and Knocked Loose. You just hear Slaughterhouse. Break down the wall again.
I would love that. Then they had this one Ferris wheel where you and whoever is disgraced with being next to you, you're put inside this fucking chain, this chain case, and it's a Ferris wheel, but the boxes themselves are flipping while going in a circle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one. I know that one.
I know exactly which one you're talking about.
I went on that thing one time, and I'm too big, but that was just 2 minutes of sheer misery because my body wants to shake around the cage, but I'm too big to move. And then the poor person next to me is just sitting there up against the grate, just. I'm having so much fun. I'm tapping out. Baby. Sorry, bud. You're stuck with me. We're riding the full 2 minutes out together.
You a big boy.
See, I was the dickhead on that one that I would start trying to like swing it a little bit because I love that, you know, the spinning motion. I hate heights. Oh yeah. So if I can like spin, it's like, oh, okay, I'm good now. It's weird, but it would always freak out the person I was with if they didn't like really know me.
Oh yeah, that's the fun of it. But because I'm too big, I can't get full range of motion to do anything. Then there's the teacups.
Yeah.
I will twist the fuck out of that wheel. Whoever's with me won't like me afterwards.
They just
We're
get
cranking
slingshotted off
90s,
into-
literally.
you just see woo, woo, boom, gone.
I still remember my last girlfriend, and probably the reason as to why I'm still single to this day. She just saw me grip the wheel, and she was just like babe, what are you doing? I love you. Hold on. And then you just hear her go, babe, no!
Dude, was the guy controlling the ride just pissing himself laughing?
The guy that could have easily stopped it, like with one press of a button,
Yeah.
he was just like oh, wait. Needless to say, in the near future, I did not have a girlfriend after said ride happened. Should have seen that one coming. But at least I got the law. Right? Yeah. All right. Let's switch it up a little bit instead of having high end, but like festivities like fairs and such. What are y'all's takes on bonfires? Do you guys partake in bonfires? Do you go to bonfires? Do you know what a bonfire is?
Yes.
You better. You live by a lot of Kendall.
I was about to say. I mean, yes. Shut up. Anyways, so we used to have them all the time. I haven't been to a bonfire in like 2-3 years ever since I got out of high school. But back in high school, we used to do them all the time.
Hi there, DJ here. I apologize for the interruption, but I really do hope you are enjoying the content. I just wanted to take a few moments to bring awareness to you, our audience, and our community about Diamond Blackfan Anemia, a blood disorder that is slowly on the rise, and we want to do our part to put a stop to it in its tracks. So if you can, it'd be greatly appreciated if you can visit the website in the link in the description down below. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for the support. Now back to the video. Dude, they were just so much fun, because like, who would have thought the simplest form of entertainment where you can kill so much time is just sitting around a blazing hot pit of hello and hanging out with the fellas or the ladies or just your whatever circle of friends you keep that'll go to a bonfire. In my case, it's a bunch of stupid redneck dudes.
Yeah, they may or may not have like alcohol and other things like, you know, the Mary Jane involved. But that's just, I don't know.
The devil's lettuce.
That was my experience right there.
And now we're gonna panel over to Whip.
So
Bonfires.
I've been going to bonfires, and I've been going. We've been doing bonfires, me and Mikey, because we went to scouts together. So camping like this, we did a lot of that. We've also gone to like our own little bonfires, like on the beach and whatnot. And it is so much fun. Like you said, it is the easiest way. Like you can burn half a day without even realizing it, feeling like it's only like maybe an hour or two. Just sitting there relaxing. Honestly, it's therapeutic.
Because again, this is where you can just gather around and then just hang out for a little bit, unless you are
Go
that
do
one
stupid
friend
shit.
that's around. Well, before the stupid shit happens, and if you happen to be at the bonfire and you happen to be the one guy around the bonfire, no matter where you move, the smoke always goes to where you are.
Oh my
Me.
god,
Me.
that was me. That was me.
It's me. Fuck, it's all of us.
This is a three-way of victimization. I hated it. No matter where
See,
you
here's
move.
the thing. It's not. Yeah, even with that, it's not just the campfire. Like if someone's smoking next to me, like I'll move to the other side, and they'll even blow like away from me, and it still comes right back and hits me in the fucking face every goddamn time.
But you
It's
see,
like the
in
bonfire
my
smoke is just like a.
situation, my situation, I was the one smoking, and I was still getting
So it went back into his own face.
smoking in my face on top of it.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
By the end of it, my eyes were red, and not by the weed. It was the damn campfire smoke.
That's why I found it so fucking hilarious, but also like tragic. No matter where I was moving, it's like the smoke from the bonfire was just like, where do you think you're going? No, we're coming with you. Oh, you're going over there now? No, we're here.
You wanted to talk
We're
to that
friends
person
now.
over there? No.
Oh, you thought you were just gonna go to the bathroom in the woods? Nah, fam, we're coming. I don't need you to hold it. I got it, Smoke. Thank you. God damn.
You're trying to get crap against that tree? Let me help you. Let me make you cough a bit.
Let me dry out that asshole of yours with some methane. Let's go. But I still remember one of my fondest memories is, I shouldn't exactly say fond because that means I don't do this. And honestly, it wasn't my idea. I was just there and other people were doing it. During the easiest way I can explain it, it was my buddy's mom's boyfriend's brother's family reunion.
Okay.
And I was invited for
That's
some
just-
reason.
Spaceball shit right there.
Yeah. All of a sudden, my buddy calls me. He goes, "Hey, so do you want to go to my family reunion?" And I'm like, "Yeah, meet your family. Fuck yeah, bro. You're pretty cool. Let's go. Let's fucking hang out." First thing that I noticed at this family reunion, nobody looked like him at all.
Oh.
Everybody was white. He's not. I'm like, wait, this is your family reunion? How many cousin-in-laws do you have, if that's the case? And he goes, well, let me break it down. It's my mom's, yada, 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 yada. Oh, so it has nothing to do with you. You could have said that. I would have still said yes, I think. But so one of the guys there, he it was like 9 o'clock at night, and all the adults, if they're not fucking tossed out their asses, they are asleep. And the few that aren't asleep and aren't tossed off their asses, could not be bothered to give a shit as to what goes on. So one of the guys there, his name is Cookie, literally Cookie. He starts pulling out these wooden pallets that you get from behind grocery stores. He starts stacking them on top of the bonfire, one by one. He gets about 8 high. And the bonfire just... and it takes up. Then out of nowhere, as if God just couldn't give us a middle finger, we had a big dick of fire, right? And then wind kicks in, and he just curves it 90 degrees, lighting the grass on fire, which was great. So they had to call the fire marshal, and 2 fire trucks came out to put out the fire on the lawn, which it wasn't that bad. And then they were just like, who's responsible for this? You'd be amazed how funny it is when you have, if not a group of naked adults that were in the middle of coitus, a bunch of drunk adults that were violently woken up because of flashing lights and sirens going, who the fuck let the law on my land? Motherfucker. Well, we can clearly see that nobody here is responsible, but at least nobody left the property. We're gonna go now. Don't do it again. Okay. We won't until you're absolutely gone. We had 20 other pallets that we had to burn, and we had one night to do it. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. You're guilty of it too. All right, so now that I've talked about a stupid bonfire story, anything stupid happened at your bonfires besides blowing smoke in your face that might not have been questionably THC or that?
Well, there's one time where everyone was, everyone was drunk. Okay, everyone was well past drunk. We were high as shit. One of my friends was especially drunk. I was in the house because this was at my house, and we have a window that looks out into the backyard, which is where we had the bonfire. Because I have a big yard, that's where we would always have them. And I don't know how this started, but apparently he had a bet with one of my other friends that he could jump over the bonfire. Keep in mind, our bonfire was at the time in like a oil barrel.
Oh no!
That was kind of rusted away with holes and stuff. So all it really was good for was the bonfire, because air would still flow into it with all those holes from the rust. So it was a good bonfire pit while it lasted. You can, as you know, bonfires kind of wear down something like that, so it wasn't around for very long. We got a proper one now. Anyways, that that motherfucker. Keep in mind, I'm 6 foot. The guy that wants to jump over the oil barrel is like 5'7", 5'6", 5'7". And this little shit wants to jump over that oil barrel with raging fire. And all I see from my kitchen window, I look to the left, and all I see is this motherfucker not even jump. He didn't even jump. He just ran into the barrel, and that shit like set fire to my backyard for at least a good 6 feet diameter around the bonfire.
Somebody forgot to press the A button.
Thankfully, the hose was like right there.
Crouch.
Thankfully, the hose is right there, so we were able to put it out. But Jesus, that motherfucker was stupid. He almost caught fire, almost. His pants got a little burnt. But yeah, that's like the one thing I'll say is if you have around a bonfire, try not. You can drink, you can smoke, whatever. But I don't recommend both, because that just makes you extra stupid.
Yeah, by the way, everything that we're talking about, especially involving a bonfire, we here at NoSkill absolutely 100% advocate for good fire safety. Make sure you have either canisters of water, an extinguisher, a couple of extinguishers, any means to put out a fire properly and safely. And don't put anything in a bonfire that's not supposed to be there. Like, don't put a jerry can in there. Don't ask why. Okay? It's a long story.
Smokey the Bear will come get you.
By the way, that reminds me. I have to send you a picture, or at least I think you've seen the picture. It's years old, but when I tried to jump through a bonfire and I slipped because he didn't tell me the grass was wet.
Yeah,
And he had to put me out with the power hose.
I know I have seen that picture before. It's been a long time, but I do want to see that again.
Now I gotta see this. I need to see this.
I'll send it into the chat here in a little bit, but until I do, bonfire stories, any sort of mayhem, what type of calamity did you guys do around a bonfire?
Oh god, there's so fucking many. There have been, because again, I've done a lot of camping and all that stuff, so we did a lot of, but this type of setup where we were just fucking with each other. This was in Boy Scouts, and we're all like 13 to like 16, like up until about 18. We're all just a bunch of fucking idiots out there, left basically unsupervised. Like one parent's like sitting off over there, like that way, just trying to I'm awake. I have to be awake. But we've like thrown each other out of chairs, like screamed, like the guy's name was like Jordan, and we called it Jordan tipping, where we grabbed the chair, like this chair, like I'm sitting in, and just flip him out of it. Instead of like cow tipping, it's just Jordan tipping, or whoever tipping. Just random dumb shit like that.
Boy tipping.
Boy, here you go. But I think one of my favorite ones, and because this happened to me both over the course of 2 days, because this was a camping trip. We went to a place called Pinnacles, and it's along the West Coast, and it got really cold. Those like the first 2 nights, and we were surprised because like we have some like really low temperature sleeping bags, but we were not ready for that. So one morning, one night, the night before, we're cooking, we're dumping our a grease and whatnot into the fire. If you have this shit like kind of like how the map's laid out where it's like got all this dirt ground, you're good. If you have grass around your fire, don't do that shit. Me being the idiot I was staying next to the fire while someone was pouring it in, going, I shall create fire. And at one point, one took a bad splash and shot up and singed my eyebrows. That was the night. The next morning, I'm trying to warm up my feet. I got my shoes like just kicked up against, like, because the way we had the fire wasn't like exactly like this. It kind of had like a little like metal ring around it, kind of like that's where you want to keep the fire at. So I put my shoes up there, like my feet up. Oh, and hold on, I got a fucking train rolling by. Hi, Amtrak, wherever you're at. Oh god, they're actually quiet. They didn't blow the train horn.
Proceeds to blow horn.
I'm sitting there warming my feet up, and then one of the guys comes out of his tent and goes, "Hey, yo, what the fuck's wrong with your shoes?" I look down at him. The bottom of my shoes had like curled over, like the heat was so intense that it just peeled the glue off the bottom of my sheet. What?
The heat started melting them.
Yeah, and then I had to spend the rest of the day with no shoes, essentially. And I know
that's why I know
Mikey's got a ton more.
And I would love to hear some of his too. But that's why, even though I've caused a ruckus at bonfires to where like we'd go night swimming, or we would just like start like, because super circle battles, you're never too old to have a super circle battle. Okay, let's be real here. All right. But everybody would rest their shoes on the edge of the bonfire so that way they could dry off. The one time I did it, my shoes out of everybody else's that were around are the ones that catch light, and I'm like, I'm never doing this again. Those were some light up Skechers that I just missed out on, man. You can guess the time frame when I say light up Skechers. Granted, you are in your 20s or 30s and you still rock light up Skechers. Get at me, dude. Live your best life, king or queen. I still wear Heelys. What's up?
Yeah, I was gonna say you got Heelys a little while ago. I mean, never grow up.
It was mainly because they're cool, but also they were only $50 compared to having to spend like $200 for a pair of decent-ish tennis shoes. Because I wear a size 16. Guess what stores don't have? Guess what size stores don't have? Mine. So I shop online damn near exclusively when it comes to shoes. It's great. But I was on Amazon and I found a pair of Heelys for $50 and I've never taken them off since. I don't use the wheels because the first day I did, I cracked my skull open. It was great. Stay safe out there, kids. Wear a cup. But again, so bonfires, just the whole. Honestly, anything that would just come with with camping is fucking great, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. I genuinely miss it. I was just
about to say I love me some camping, and then ask if you guys go camping. I know he does.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of it, again, scouts and whatnot. I haven't been in a while. I think the last time I did, not like a really camping trip, but like a hiking trip. I went out to a little hiking area up along the coast again, actually like recently. And I'm like, I need to come back out here so I can go camping because like you're right out under the stars, just like this, but it's on like a little island on the coast.
This motherfucker is sleeping on a private island. Look at that. You hear that?
Yeah, it ain't that private.
Ain't that private. He still said the word private. You hear that? This man. Sorry.
What can I say?
Just fucking around. But see, this is why I love fall, because fall's like the perfect time to go camping, because you can have a nice little bonfire at night, go to sleep on nice hard concrete surface with a boulder as a pillow. You forgot your actual pillow like I did. Woke up with a searing headache and I still don't know why. So it's a wonder, isn't it? What a hypothesis, whatever the hell. But then you wake up to nice, crisp, cool air, and it's nice to just go out on a walk, like just to hang out and go out on a walk, find a tree, take a shit, just be one with nature. It's great, isn't it? I still remember, what was it, a couple years ago before the whole everybody got sick and had to stay inside time. I forgot if it was your family made you go or you just wanted to go, but you were gone for like 3 or 4 days on some camping trip with like your whole ass family.
Here's the thing with that one. I didn't know we were going on a camping trip. Literally, it was that day that we went. That's when I found out. That's when my family found, because we have this other set of family, my godparents and my little godbrother. They have this tendency of just doing things on the spot sometimes, or back then.
Spontaneous.
It's just very spontaneous. And they were like, oh yeah, want to go camping? We're going camping. We're going to be out there for like 3 or 4 days. And we're like, okay, I guess. Whatever. We'll get our things.
We'll pack our shit.
We'll pack our shit. Thankfully, we just got paid, so yeah, we have money for food. But that was just very spontaneous, out of nowhere. It was like 2 or 3 years ago at this point, but like I haven't gone camping since. I wish I'd have, but out here in my state, it's very hard to find a camping place. The closest place we went to for camping was literally like 3-4 hour drive towards like the edge of the state. I think it was like in between. It was like at the border of Kansas. So, yeah, I miss like living in Arizona or New Mexico, where we used to go camping all the time.
Oh, that reminds me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
No, I'm done.
Hey, you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
So speaking of Arizona and just getting paid so you can actually buy food for a camping trip. Okay, so allow me to tell you a tale. A long, long time ago, way back in the early 2000s, old DJ was a high school student. I was an ROTC. I'm an ROTC nerd.
Oh,
fuck you. We would have these overnight camping trips, which they took us to. If you're from Arizona, you're very familiar with the White Tank Mountains. So what I found it weird is we had to pack up our own tent, bring our own food, and rig our own shit and cook our own shit, and we still have to pay for the trip. Like, why are we still paying for the trip if we're literally doing everything? Yeah, that's a great question. But so I remember I had this chief warrant officer for it was Navy RTC again. Fuck you. Shut up. So he divvies us into teams of between 6 and 10, and by 6 and 10, it was whoever has the biggest tent, you're going to take on the most people. And our squad leader had this tent that could fit 10 people, and of all 10 people, he happens to be also the drill team commander. I'm on drill team. There's 10 of us. It's the boys, baby. Let's go. Let's get it. Then one of the guys on our drill team, he goes, "Oh, by the way, don't worry about food. I'm bringing everything. Y'all know me. Y'all know how I throw it down on a grill. I'm bringing everything."
He didn't bring shit, did he?
Yay!
Yeah, I was gonna say he brought freaking Lunchables.
He brought 40 packs of ramen.
That's some con shit right there.
And then,
oh, you got played.
for himself, he brought a steak for himself. The ramen for the rest of us. And I was just like, this is some bullshit. I'm getting some of that. You're not doing this to me.
That dude made enemies
With his own teammates.
Yeah.
We were so pissed. You gotta remember, especially with drill team, for those that don't know what drill is, we basically take these leaded up World War II rifles that now go from 7 pounds to about 16 pounds, and we spin them in a circle really fast while standing 4 inches away from each other. Imagine getting hit by one of them things.
No, I don't want to.
Good.
I just
It
know
happened
it's
to me.
gonna hurt.
Plenty hurt. A lot. So we're all just like, we have to go to the same drill meet, right? Give me some of your steak. He didn't give us any. He was a bastard, and he didn't give us any of it. So we gave him the idle threats of just like, well, I have to toss to you the drill meet. I might just have to veer left a couple inches and hit you in the head in Minecraft. And he was just like, I'm not scared. I brought you guys food. And I'm like, dude, I would have brought my own ramen. I don't want to use your ramen. You have... This is going to be a hot take. You have the chicken flavored. Everybody knows beef is best. I probably ignited something somewhere in somebody's head. Sorry, I'm a beef fanboy when it comes to ramen.
You feel it
But,
out in the universe.
It all worked out though, because what we ended up doing is we started making like this big ass vat of ramen. I mean, a big vat. I think we used every single packet, or at least damn near. And then when his steak was at a good point of like, I'd say medium well, before he took it off, he went to go to the bathroom. We cut up thinly into cubes, and then we just dumped it into the ramen.
Yes.
No. So now he either has to eat with you guys, or he doesn't eat at all.
He didn't know, because he came back like some time later. Like, I'm talking a long time later. And he was just like hey, where the fuck is my steak? We don't know. Where'd you put it? Did you guys put my steak in the ramen? No. You want some ramen?
Oh.
I think that was the first time I might have committed, theft. I committed a felony that night.
I think
they'd
it's a
have all
very
those-
understandable situation.
Like, you don't understand, officer. Fuck that guy. He lied to us.
He got what he deserved.
God, I miss camping. Oh yeah, 100%. As soon as I got back to, what's up?
Sorry. Oh no, just with that story of the guy. I bet he just forgot that to actually like he made his own like steak meal and all that. And then as soon as he's getting ready to load up, he's going, "Oh fuck, that's right. I said to bring everything. I'd bring everything else. Time to make a Costco run."
And he just bought out every single packet of ramen that they had on display.
Yeah.
Just
He
one
found out later
flavor.
on that we absolutely did that. Chicken. Chicken. Yeah, he later on found out that we did it because we all can't keep a straight face to save our lives. None of us have a poker face whatsoever. So he found out, and he told our chief warrant officer and our senior chief. And senior chief pulls me and drill commander aside, and he goes, "Did you guys cut up that man's steak and put it in the ramen with like behind his back?" Yes, senior. Yes, we did. This is a salty Navy chief who has been in the service, recently retired, but he has been in the service for 25 fucking years. Okay, he's seen some shit. He doesn't exactly care what a bunch of teenagers are fucking doing on an outing. So he was just like, "So you guys admit that you did this?" "Yes, senior." "Good shit. You at least utilized it. I would have thrown it in the fucking trash can."
That's just wasteful.
This is coming from like a damn near 50-year-old man telling like a 16-year-old kid to go fuck himself. Because he brought steak for himself and nobody else. But the fact he was just like "Dude, yeah, fuck him. I would have thrown it in the bin." We're all like, he understands.
He gets it.
I feel so loved and understood right now. God, that's why I miss camping. Like just the shenanigans that you can fucking get into.
Oh.
I'm trying to think. Like, okay, so we're all nerds. We all tend to stay inside and play video games, and we can get into that one a little bit later. But I at least want to touch up a little bit more. Is there any other activity that you guys would do, could do, should do, thinking about doing, wish would bring back the type of activity outdoors? Like, what would you like to do outside?
I can't think of any.
Whether you've done it before or haven't done it. Can't think of any?
Well, actually,
You want to give it a go?
So
Hold on.
I was gonna say probably. I've done this before, but probably just get a boat and go out onto a lake and fish.
Forrest Gump style? Get some scrimp?
But get some scrimp, yeah. I mean, it was fun. I mean, because last time I did this, it was on one of those boats that also had like a rooftop section that you can climb up to with like a ladder or whatever. So,
Ooh, nice.
we went
Those are a lot of
around. We ran around the lake, and there was like this little cliffside, and like I think it was my dad and some other guy were jumping off of the cliff. This was like maybe 15, 20 feet high, above water level.
So you guys are just cliff jumping.
Yeah, cliff jumping. And we did that for like a good bit, and we fished. Shit, I think this was back when I was probably like 13. I was 13 years old when I did this shit. I was a wee lad. Me and the other kids that were there, whenever we weren't doing anything, we were just on the top of the roof of the boat, just chilling, laying in the sun. It was like a nice, somewhat soft, like rug up there, so it wasn't like a pain in the ass to lay on.
I can honestly say I've never been cliff jumping, all because where I lived in Phoenix, there is no such thing as water unless it comes out of your faucet.
I mean, true, but also untrue, because we used to do that in Arizona too, or at least my dad, not me.
I know, but
I didn't do it until I was.
But where? Not in Phoenix.
Yeah, in Phoenix. We used to go camping in Phoenix all the time. We went out to this place called
You went cliff jumping?
like Horseshoe Lake. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Horseshoe Lake. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah, we used to go to Horseshoe Lake all the time.
don't know that one.
That was like our favorite place to go.
I totally forgot about that place. Because as soon as anybody says water in Arizona, I think Lake Pleasant. That's about it.
We also used to go there too.
That's where all the RTC. That was where all the ROTC kids would go and then not invite me. Because like my mom was just like, I don't really know them or their parents, so you can't go there. That's so far away, and I don't want my son being that far away. Okay, so you trust a bunch of random strangers that I call teachers to take me to the mountains in the middle of nowhere where I could easily be murdered and hid.
Yep.
But I can't go to the lake with everybody? Okay.
You never know,
I
man.
am
It might be
officially
just
confused as to what
it might be just
parenting is.
another
They put
Jason
in the
Voorhees
sex
situation.
trip.
Oh,
So
like,
don't have sex.
because
And you're
again, my
safe.
mom. Oh yeah, 100%. Virgin till death. But it was just more along the lines of my mom. She trusted the instructors of ROTC because they were all prior Navy. Like they actually served in the military.
Yeah.
So she trusted them, even though honestly, ROTC kids. This is just my opinion. I'm not stating this as fact, but a lot of you would agree with me. ROTC kids, especially Navy ROTC kids, are some of the most biggest degenerates of all time. These guys that I went into ROTC with, they got into some shit. And I never understood, like, how are you getting away with this? Like, I'm not going to go into detail about anything specific, but a lot of it happened at the ROTC building at the school. And I'm thinking to myself, how? Do your parents not give you a curfew? Mine does. My mom told me if I'm not in by the time the streetlights come on, guess what happens to me? Not good
Sleeping
things.
out front.
The door is locked, and I wish you luck. Yeah. But Mom, under your precious loving blessing from above, don't you love me? I do, so I really hope you don't die. But it's dangerous out here. There's dangers. There's coyotes, and I pray that they don't eat you. But I'm not opening this door. Okay, I'm gonna go pull a Metal Gear Solid. I'm gonna go hide in a cardboard box. Goodbye. Okay. I think I can class that as my first cosplay. Solid Snake in a box. Anyway, moving on. So.
Sorry, it just reminded me that with Solid Snake, there has been a cosplayer at some of the cons I've gone to that will literally, as soon as it calls about, drops down like right into the box.
Yep. I might do that. I might just like get a big enough cardboard box, put myself in it, and then stay there all day. And people will just be like, what's in the box?
Just cut a little slat in it so that when someone opens it, you can just grab it and just shut it again.
That reminds me of the conversation that Snake had with the Singed in Metal Gear 3. Snake, what the hell are you doing? I'm in a box. I feel like I need to be in this box. No, it's my destiny to be in this box. You should join me in the box. Who would have thought a piece of cardboard would define a gaming genre? Not just the gaming genre, but just the gaming saga for
even if you're
over
not a
20
fan of
fucking
this-
years.
Yeah, even if you're not a fan of the series or you've never played it, you still know what that is.
Yeah, the word I was looking for was franchise, not saga. Like, if you don't know Metal Gear, you don't know Solid Snake. If you don't know the term lolly looly low, you know about the box. Everybody knows about the box. My mom knows about the box, and she thinks the most recent video game console to come out is still the Sega Genesis. Oh yeah.
Oh damn!
Okay.
My mom constantly when she asks me, hey, so what you got going on today? Oh, well, I have to go to work, and then once I get home, I'm probably just gonna sit down and play some video games. You still playing that damn Sega?
No.
Yes, Mom, I'm still playing that damn Sega. That still works. I got you that like 20, 25 years ago. Yeah, you're too cute. Yes, Mom, it still works.
To be fair, those
I
were
don't
built
have
to
it in me.
last.
I don't have it in me to tell you that I am gaming on something that cost me $500 or something that cost me about $1,500 to upgrade. Good old PC, gotta love it. PC Master Race.
With a $400 or $300 headset, VR headset.
What's good? Mom would smack the taste out of my mouth with the right hand, and then with the left hand, smack the lips off of my head.
Bro, when I bought my
If
PC,
she found out that this comes out.
when I bought all the parts of my PC and put it together, and I basically got the lump sum of all of it, what it cost me, and my mother found out. She was so shocked that I was even able to afford something like that. Then I'm just like, well, it wasn't all at once. It was just, part here, part there. But yeah, this is like a $1,500 PC right here. And I'm gonna use it to play video games.
What's up? All right, but before we go down that lane, because I'm trying to reserve that one for last, because I know that one we can talk about for ages. So I asked him, an outdoor activity, and it has to be outdoors, that you either A, want to do again, have thought about doing, should have done the year before we had to stay inside. Any outdoor activity that comes to mind that you wouldn't mind trying?
Well, not so much just trying as more getting to do again, but this is also not. This could have been still done, but with the way gas prices are, I can't do it. Just going on a fucking drive, just getting in your car, no destination, no nothing. Just go out on like the back roads or something like that. Just go on like a relaxing drive. I miss doing that. It's like $6.50 a gallon here now. So yeah, we can't do that. Like I just have enough gas to get me to and from work. But I would love to start doing that because I love getting out in the middle of nowhere again. It would be a lot of it was outdoors. A lot of it was like this, like you could clear sky so you could see all the stars and whatnot, like that are above us, and just sit there and just chill, like either like hanging out the back of the car or just laying on the hood and the windshield, just like having a beer and whatnot. That's the shit I miss and I want to do again.
Yeah.
It's really therapeutic, honestly, because it's...
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say, when I lived in Arizona, when I was still the wee lad, when me and my parents would go out some nights and just drive out into the desert, and sometimes it would be storming, and we'd just be out in the middle of the desert, car off, lights off, and just watching the storm around us just go, and see all the thunder and lightning and all that shit.
There's no light pollution out there too, so you got it like in super crystal clear. God, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, or just when it wasn't even storming and just going out there with like a truck and go in the middle of the desert, lay in the truck bed with some blankets and stuff, and just see the clear sky and no other light source, whatever. You just see stars all around you. It was great,
like,
and I wish I could do that again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do, but gas prices, fuck them.
But again, that's a part of the therapeutic process. The one thing that I loved about going on drives with my friends, it doesn't have to necessarily be I'm having a bad day, I'm going to go on a drive to clear my head. Or I'm having a good day, I'm going to go celebrate it by just, going on a little bit of a cruise.
Oh, yeah.
You did it regardless. Like, it's one of those, you don't have to have a reason to go on a drive. It's nice to have a reason, but just hitting the road, whether you're going to take the scenic route or you want to go find that one spot deep in the middle of the woods where, like, especially some of my redneck friends, they want to go mudding. And it's like, we're gonna get the truck stuck, and then we're gonna go push it out. Okay, you're not scaring me, dude. Let's go. Let's get out of the house. It's a fun time. Put on your favorite playlist, whether you're gonna listen to Nelly Furtado or you're gonna, just blare some degenerate shit, because that's what makes the gas pedal seem lighter to press. I have a buddy like that. He puts on metal music and that gas pedal starts following the beat of the kick drum. Dude, we're at Mach 20. I know it's not fast enough. Yeah. I'm gonna die. This is how I die. Okay, that's fine. It's cool. It's fine. But to think, I'm actually caught between two. Because I really want to go quadding again.
Oh,
I
quadding is
haven't
fun.
been on a quad. Last time I was on a quad, I was in North Carolina. Funny enough, I was the girl before she broke up with me because of the teacup incident. We were there visiting her family in North Carolina for a 4th of July party. Me and her brother-in-law, they were gonna have a gals day. And when I say a gals day, I'm talking him and I and one of his buddies were the only dudes there. We were outnumbered. There was a lot of estrogen and a lot of we'll just leave it at that. But
okay.
So brother-in-law, he was just like, let's get away from all these women, dog. Let's go do some man shit. Okay. Mr. Sultry Voice, what type of man shit are we talking here? First, we're gonna go down into my basement. Have you ever had scotch? Scotch whiskey? Yes. I've had whiskey, but no, not Scotch whiskey. Follow me. So we go down to this basement before I start dwelling on too long. He opens up, and I didn't know this was something special or that damn expensive. He opens up a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue. It pours me it in 3 separate glasses. One of it had no ice, one of them had 1 cube, the other one had 3. I didn't understand the difference. All I know is he went to the bathroom, and I wanted an alcoholic beverage, so I downed all 3 of them. I didn't know there was a technique to enjoying scotch. He didn't tell me.
He did not warn you. That's not your fault. That is not your fault.
He blamed me anyway.
DJ.
He absolutely blamed me anyway. For those that don't know or don't understand what I'm talking about, Johnny Walker Blue is very, very, very expensive compared to Bud Light drinking me, where I can get hammered for $10. He likes to pay $300 to savor. I don't savor. I drink piss. Don't take that out of context. I meant piss beer. But then afterwards, in the dead of night, while I'm hammered on scotch, he says, let's go quadding. I have 2 ATVs in the garage. Let's go ride them. How well do you think this went?
As well as I'm
you,
imagining.
it was worthy of a story.
I won't go too in depth just because I don't want to take forever as I have before in the past, but let's just say I could not figure out how to shift gears, and then when I finally figured out how to shift gears, my mind went to I need to go as fast as humanly possible on this straightaway. He didn't teach me how to handle a jump when I went off of a hill. He just taught me to slow up and then roll over the hill. Apparently, actually jumping is a technique that only the pros know. And I'm not a pro. So, take this jump. Next thing I know, the quad is no longer in between my legs. And somehow, I corkscrewed when I jumped because I watched a lot of motocross. Not only is it not in between my legs, the quad is above me.
Oh.
You do a backflip or something?
I think you know where this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The quad is now above my head. I don't remember putting it above my head. But all I know is I hit the ground, and then I just felt this immense pressure on my spine and legs, just... When the pain subsides 10 seconds later, I just hear from the distance, "Hey, dude, you all right?" Jeremy! Goddamn, bro. Looks like the quad pancaked you. Help! Yeah, get it up yourself. I'm not going down that cliff. Cliff! Yeah, it wasn't a hill. It was a cliff. A good 20-foot drop.
Oh,
I'm surprised I didn't break anything.
I'm surprised he didn't, yeah.
Surprised it didn't break anything. Surprised that the quad wasn't broken. I might have been exaggerating with the 20-foot, but it felt like it. But at this point, I no longer trust this thing. I walk it back. We're like 3 miles away from the house. I'm walking this thing back. I'm not getting on top of it ever again. And now here I am years later, like, I want to do it again.
Yep.
I really want to do it again.
Yeah, I remember when I
quadding is so much fun.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying quadding is so much fun.
Okay, so like I remember when I lived in New Mexico. I had this one friend who had like 2 quads, and we lived in this somewhat small little town ish. It was more like a really big neighborhood that you just drove through to get to an actual town. But on the opposite direction of going to the town, towards the mountains, if you go onto some dirt roads, it can go into an actual small-ish like open area, and that leads into the mountains. Is very, very off-road, very off-the-grid type of area. And people would go out there for quadding, for shooting guns, all kinds of shit. You know, just whatever you wanted to do that would get you in trouble normally, you went out there to do. And we got his
You
quads.
don't admit that shit to him.
And yeah, whatever. And we went out there. We got his quads, and we started to just go all over the place with these quads, up little dirt mounds, up some hills, all kinds of crazy. And we were just having a blast doing it. And it was like kind of like a deserty area, so where it was like small trees. You know what I'm talking about? Like small trees that look more like bushes than anything, with cactus and stuff like that. So it was like mostly flat with some variation of like hills and stuff like that. And where a little creek used to be, it was dried up, but it was a little creek. You can tell because like the ground was really soft and more like sand. So we were just having a good time.
Okay.
Nothing bad ever happened, but I would love to go quadding again. Oh, I don't know what he's done, but when I was out there, nothing bad happened.
Hey, quadding is just fun. Like, can it get destructive? Absolutely. I won't name any names or go into details, but I have a story in my possession where one of my buddies and his, basically everybody that was going to be in his and his now wife's,
Yep.
But his and his now wife's wedding procession, they decided to drunkenly get on top of quads and dirt bikes, and in a drunken stupor start shooting each other with paintballs. Didn't go well. Let's just say she had to get a new dress really quickly on the fly. And ladies, I know y'all know what I'm talking about when you can imagine how angry this one was that the dress that she was looking forward to wearing on her day was riddled with orange and blue paintballs. And she had to find a new one that day and get it sized that day. She was fuming. It was funny. Luckily, I wasn't invited because I didn't want to go. But yeah, outdoor activities. See, we can do them too. We're not just a bunch of vagrant nerds that stay inside and play video games. Why are we now transitioning into staying inside and playing some video games? What's up? How we doing?
My favorite part. Yay.
That was seamless.
Can't wait.
But I just wanted to touch upon this because there's been some interesting developments in the whole gaming community thing, and I just want to see what's going on. Honestly, I just want to touch upon this because we didn't touch upon this when we did our tavern talk last week. You should absolutely go check that out. Mm-hmm. We talked about the new Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I have faith in it.
Yeah.
You have faith in it.
Well,
it might be fleeting a little bit, but we still have faith in it.
It's fleeting. The more time goes on, but yeah.
I still have faith in it. Because I haven't, again, I only played 4 games, and I really want to experience it, because if it turns out to be, worth its salt and good, do you think we might get another passion project? I know you have the Ascension. Maybe
Uh,
now, because when we were going over a list of names, do you think you might have it in you to come up with to do another passion project in it?
Given
The
that so
madness, the
far,
hysteria.
I do like it so far better than the MW 2019. I do think the maps are better, and I think that the gunplay is smoothened out since then. I still don't care for footstep audio, but whatever. There's nothing that I can't work around. But honestly, with what I've used, and all I've used is 2 snipers, the Lynx and the technically marksman rifle MK2. I do like it, and
Longwood.
honestly, yes, we can expect one. Though I don't know if it's going to be any more than one. We'll see, because this is a 2-year Call of Duty, so I don't know. Maybe there'll be even more. Because when I made Ascension, that was basically like all the clips that were there were done. Were gone like with maybe within a month of each other. So it was very quick, very on the spot, and I think that given the 2-year cycle, I can definitely pump out quite a few if I wanted to of this on this one Call of Duty.
Okay, how about let me hit you with this, because I know you're focusing on it being essentially being this COD. I just want to point out, like the likes of Phase Jev when he did his Forever passion project, and by when I say passion projects, I'm talking about montages. Any old school COD kids, montages were the shit. We still firmly stand by montages. I still firmly love them. He still firmly loves them. We want them to come back. Make it come
Shit,
back.
I make them at this point. So
But
yeah,
but that's why I wanted to ask you this, because with Jeff, he does his Forgevers, or did his Forgevers, but they were amongst different CODs into one montage. Would you ever go back into like an older COD that might still have an online basis and maybe hit a couple of quads there just to throw in the Taj?
no, I don't see myself playing the older cards because mostly what you got now in terms of a decent player base would be the last 3 Call of Duties like Modern Warfare, Cold War, and Vanguard. 2 of them I don't play, and the other one I got bored of and I don't want to play anymore. So I think it's just gonna be Modern Warfare.
All right,
At
and follow up
least,
question.
hold on, at least until SM2 comes out. Then that's a different story.
True, we SM2. We're still waiting on you. Please come home to me, Daddy. Then I'm gonna get to you. I just have to ask him this real quick. So, would you rather, for passion project wise, would you rather pump out 2 or 3 like montages that you could hit all those clips in a month or 2 months, or would you want to pull and have it just be like a good 3-4 minute montage video like Ascension? Or I'm sorry,
Ascension was like
because
almost
Ascension was
10.
it was like 8. I was about to say Ascension was like 8 minutes long.
It was almost 10 minutes.
Oh, it wasn't. Or would you rather?
The thing with those right there, what you can do and a lot of other montage makers do, is that they'll make those mini tages for like those 3-minute, 4-minute type things, but a lot of those clips would also be used in their bigger montages. So those clips
That's what I
can
was
be
about to get into.
reused. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to get into. Is like, would you rather make 3 or 4 small ones, or would you rather pull like a homage movie and make one big one, like big production, or as big of a production as you can let it go, because you kind of don't have Nettie Scribbles at your disposal, or Nikki HD.
and I don't know how to use After Effects. That's another one. If I knew how to do After Effects, oh my god, I would do so many crazy things on that one. That'd be fun.
I could tell. So what would you rather do? Like, given the fact that we have 2 years with this, to where you can pump out like 2, 3, 4 like small boys, or would you rather save up all those clips and make like before the new COD?
Here's
2
what
years from now, make one big ass Taj.
This is what I plan on doing. I'll make mini Tajas of like the clips that I feel that are good for that, but then I'll get a whole other clips that I think are better than other ones, and I'll save the best clips and just use whatever else I can for mini montages and just use the best clips for the montage, and maybe sprinkle in some of the clips that I already have used into it, because you save the best for the big projects, but you save like the average and whatever you want to be using in like mini montages for that.
Like these are going to be the hype beast before the main one.
Like we're like for big projects like the Ascension, I'm talking like maybe 5. Like the best clips in there are going to definitely be like 5 or more, and of course quads and whatever else dumb shit I can do, because I try to do all kinds of crazy shit, try to be creative, and try to hit some cool stuff. And some of it may be one kill, like a trick shot or something, but it'll be cool to do, you know. But yeah. Mini montages will be just like, you know, the 3-4 minute things of like maybe quads, maybe a triple collab here and there or something, if I can hit them. I haven't had a triple in ages, since like Black Ops 4, but one day, right? One day I'll hit another one. I'm not that lucky though.
And I look forward to seeing it, just because I still firmly love Call of Duty montages too, and I wish they would make a comeback. I still have a little bit of disdain for you, Mr. Vonder, when you made Black Ops 3 and you said that snipers don't get aim assist. You really just wanted to throw a middle finger to us. I still love you to pieces, and I'm always going to love you and your bald head forever and always. But that was rude of you, and I will always remember.
That was a little adaptation. You had to get used to no aim assist.
And even then, you had to like some sprat within 2 months. He's just like, I've mastered it. Here's a breakdown of how to do it, especially with every single sniper. But I need to watch this 3 times right now. I'm not going outside for the next hour and a half.
Yeah, I mean, eventually
I need to memorize this.
Eventually, I was
word for fucking word.
I was able to do it eventually too. Just I don't play a lot, because I like to play a lot of different games, and most a day I would probably put to a Call of Duty. After like maybe the first initial month of it would probably be like maybe 2-3 hours a day. So it's not like it took me a long time to learn how to snipe in BO3. It's just that I just didn't play it all that much. Maybe back then I had a lot more free time than I do now, so we'll see how it goes in Modern Warfare 2. But
we're also living in private lobbies trying to grief Jonah.
True, we also did a lot of custom games. But as you remember, I used to do or make little montages, quote unquote, for BO3. Granted, they were definitely not as good as the Ascension is or my other montages on my own personal channel. These were done in the freaking video editor that Xbox provided, the now deceased video editor. They don't use that anymore. The video uploader, that's what it's called. I did my best. I did my best with what I had, and they were not bad. It's just, you know, that they were still shit, but whatever.
I still remember and music playing through the Turtle Beach headsets, because there was a way to do it, but the way to do it made it come out sounding like elevator music, but it was like, hey, you got to make do with what you have, and that is exactly what happened. But we would spend so much time in there, just like, especially in private lobbies, griefing my buddy Jonah because he would talk so much shit about being a quickscoper. And then when we have quickscope tournaments, he pulls out the Dracon, spams it, gets 1 kill with it. He goes, I did it. I did the quickscopes. it was a barrel stub no scope with 85% health reduction. We'll give it to you though. It's fine. Whatever.
Oh man, I still remember my favorite clip from BO3. My favorite clip from all time for BO3 is I pulled out the Annihilator. I used to always run Seraph, and I just walked down a hallway and I just shoot, and there was like 4 people in one, boom, and then it just kept going. I just kept killing them left and right. They're all just coming down this hallway. Oh man.
Oh yeah, the Collat revolver.
Yeah, that one. I loved that thing. And I love that clip. I wish I still had the clip. It's gone now, but I know it happened. DJ knows it happened. He was there for it, but
Oh yeah,
it was amazing.
I remember looking at the feed, just saying the drama, and I'm like, damn. I'm gonna just be over here then. Fuck this. He's got it. I'm gonna go get a granola bar. All right. Granted, my favorite memory isn't anything competitive at all. It's where we made one of my friends rage quit when we were playing asshole gun game. And by asshole gun game, it's if you get melee killed, you get reset 10 guns. She made the mistake. Now, if people remember in BO3, it was a 2 melee hit to get a kill if you were playing at full health strengths. In a custom lobby, you're able to tweak that to whatever you see fit. She managed to lower the health from what it was standardized set to, and she dropped it to 75%, which was just below the 1 hit mark. So now, especially me, when it comes to gun game, I don't fucking care. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to just sit here and melee everybody. I loved hearing when people would see me running towards them down the hallway and they're trying to get their shots off on me and I'm a little squirrely rat running around them. You just hear, oh no, oh no, oh no, DJ, please. And I'm like music to my ears. I can't wait to get you. So she sets the health to...
Oh, go ahead.
She sets the health to 75. She thinks that she's Miss Big COD player. And this isn't like a sex thing, like man or woman. She's not as good because we're a bunch of men, but it's one of those. She's around a bunch of degenerates that do not give a fuck, especially me. So I go up to her, I start punching her, we're setting her 1 gun, 2 guns, but then she actually starts gaining some gun progression. She gets like gun 7 and then somebody else melees her and she gets reset to 0. By the way, we're all meleeing each other. The only person that was able to actually start getting something going was Brandon, and that's just because his reflexes and reaction time are of the gods, while the rest of us are lazy sons of bitches. But so she starts yelling and screaming like, stop meleeing me, and we're like, no, fuck you. Bop, bonk.
It's on site now.
I remember. I missed my.
So she starts gaining. So she starts gaining some progression. She gets like gun 9, and she has at this point stopped talking. She has turned on the afterburners. She's got the little red dot on the middle of the screen. She is locked in and clocked in. She is here to game. But once again, she's gaming with a bunch of shitlords who don't care. And in this case, she gets to gun 11. She's on gun 11, trying to progress to 12. It wasn't even on purpose. She scared. Actually, it was Wolf. She scared Wolf, running around the corner and missing a point blank shot to his brain, and he panic meleeed.
Yo.
And killed her on site instantly. All you hear is her drop her headset, drop her controller, punch her desk, then leave the game, close out the lobby, and then calls me 30 seconds later while I'm still in the lobby party with the fellas. I put her on speakerphone. I'm just like, hello? Hi, I'm sorry. That's not rage quitting. I swear to God, I'm not rage quitting. I just remembered that I have to go grab a pack of cigarettes. Violently, apparently. I didn't rage quit. I didn't say you didn't. By the way, say hi to the guys. Take me off the speakerphone. No, stop yelling.
You're fucking menaced.
Dude, I didn't fucking care. Like, again, we're a bunch of shitlords that don't take COD seriously. Like, the best way to describe that group in particular is we don't care about COD. We don't care about winning. But for some reason, we are just good at the game. But we don't try.
Fair.
But we're good at the game. But we don't try. Hell, half the time I was running around with whatever melee weapon I got from what was it? It was those challenges where you can unlock different melee weapons, right? Because I know Jonah had the crowbar, and he got angry if somebody killed him with his own crowbar.
This was loot boxes. This was back when they added loot boxes.
Yes, and So I was just looking for the next dance, the next character skin, or the next melee weapon, and I was just gonna hit people with it because I didn't care. Or if I just wanted to use a sniper, it's okay. I'm just gonna grab the locust and I'm gonna go have some fun. We all just did not care. We're good at COD, but we don't care. And so that happened where she rage quit. She joins the lobby back, and we're all like, so run it back. And she was just like, I just joined the lobby to say you guys are a bunch of nothing but worthless sweats and you should be ashamed. And we're like, bye, vote to kick. Easy enough. Easy enough. You guys want to do another round of asshole gun game? Yeah, yeah. That's what we did. It was fun.
Yeah, I
We had fun. It was fun to play COD, not sweat at COD, not go for these clips unless you're going for a passion project, in which case that's understandable. Not go for the gnarliest trick shot, like a 1080 neck swap Sui temper shot off the side of carrier.
Oh, even though
let's go
we're
play
just playing
some
COD.
gun. Yeah, let's go shoot those guys over there before they shoot us, and let's dick around while doing it. That was it for me.
Although I will say I will forever love that I trick shot a DJ with the tomahawk. I credit carded him. That tomahawk went right in between his cheeks. Just right down the crack.
Oh, yeah. So the setup is I'm sitting right here and on the side of the house on Nuketown. He's wall riding above. He throws it in my general direction. It bounces off the side of the house, lands behind me, ricochets off the fence behind me, and then just implants itself inside my hind end. And my character also is just like, all right, like I'm holding sniper, like okay, like I'm holding sniper, I'm aiming down sight, and then it's just like, okay, I think I see a man over there. All right, what? Watch the final kill cam, and I'm like, did I say you can just have a hatchet move in to my chocolate wallet? How dare you just take liberties and start putting hatchets wherever you see fit? Rude. Good kill. Fuck you. Okay, but we're getting too lost on COD.
Yeah,
Because I know we're probably gonna be wrapping up here soon. So, games. I'm gonna let's try this. Love you to death, but not Star Wars. Is there anything that you want to play, have been playing, or are looking forward to playing? He's a bit of a Star Wars fan.
Yes,
oh no, really?
Huge one. And there is one game
didn't know
waiting for that
this.
to come out.
Just a little bit.
Just a
Oh
little
god,
bit.
what was it? There was. Damn it! I remember seeing something. I've been playing a lot more, like just at work, more mobile games and shit like that. So
Oh god.
there've been a few that look interesting, but I like the where you kind of like build a squad and then you go out and you fight that type of stuff. Those are the type of mobile games that I've been playing.
Oh god, he's playing Raid Shadow Legends.
I know 3 mobile games.
Then there we go.
Funny, no,
This is just what I've been playing a lot.
video is
no.
Yeah.
Wait,
I know.
Name of it, but
We're not sponsored by nobody. We're sponsored by our damn selves.
But I do want to play the Call of Duties, but I just don't like like we were saying, the sweat lord stuff. So I do get those. I am looking forward to some of them because they have been decent. I like playing the campaign more. I'm more of a story driven gamer than the big multiplayer.
Same.
Because like even though like some of the stories have been just whacked out for like the COD Infinite Warfare, I like the concept behind that one.
Oh, yeah, the
That you're
concept
in
was
space and
great.
you
The
just-
delivery was weird.
Yeah, no, but essentially, other than just like the new COD games, because I do like playing those types of storylines too, where it's like this is our take of this what if situation or situation that did happen type thing.
I can't wait
Oh, yeah.
for Modern
Now-
Warfare 2 because the last Modern Warfare was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Modern Warfare 2009, and now wow, words. Modern Warfare 2000 and now. So one thing I do want to ask you:
old lobbies.
people cussing and sleeping with each other's moms and cussing and calling me bad words and cussing.
Phil Spencer's
and
kid,
like all of them are my daddy and they're
shit.
cussing, and or the Bill Gates kid and they're cussing, and they're gonna get me banned and they're cussing.
Yep.
And then they're hacking while cussing. A lot of cussing.
A lot of cussing.
A lot of cussing.
Very creative cussing too.
Heathens. Very, very, dude. That's how I got good with insults and being able to handle an insult. Like no insult can faze me anymore because I played MW2 and I survived, and I'm here. Yeah, I'm better for it. All right, but now one of the things I want to ask is, because we had a tavern talk about this a while ago. Mm-hmm. So now you are in possession of a Quest headset. Have you done anything on the Quest headset outside of VR chat? Like, have you played any of the other like games?
I have. So right now, I only have one game on here so far, which is Zenith. Basically a big MMO open world game.
I still want to play that with you.
Warrior, so we do need to do like a full you, me, everybody.
So far, the only ones that have are me, you, and Mikey.
Oh, okay, well, we need to go.
This is the first of me hearing of it.
Yeah. I know I've mentioned it to you before.
And I forgot.
Oh yeah,
it's an open world game, and for me, I'm very kind of a high fantasy type person. I love it when it's like high fantasy meets modern or even like cyber punkish type stuff.
Okay.
And I genuinely love exploring. So that's why a lot of open world games are like really near and dear to me. Like I love Witcher because
quick disclaimer.
Just started playing through.
Quick disclaimer for anyone who doesn't know: it is an MMO. It's open world, but it's an MMO game. So it's class based, level based, loot based, all that stuff. So if anyone was wondering, it's not an open world multiplayer single player game. It's an MMO.
Oh yeah. Yeah, think of it like I don't know if I want to use that reference, but yeah, it's it's kind of like think of like WoW essentially. It's not, it's open world and it's multiplayer, and you can just go up and meet anybody, but it's in VR.
How dare you compare this piece of shit game to World of Warcraft? World of Warcraft is amazing.
I knew it.
Oh my god. This guy.
That's why I hesitate.
I have maybe 5 minutes of WoW under my belt. That's just because when I was in the military, my buddy was just like, hey, so keep killing these turtles. I'm going to go take a shit real quick. 5 minutes later, he comes back and he goes, what have you done? I'm like, I've killed 3 turtles. Are you addicted to WoW yet? Hell no. I never want to play this game ever again. Respect to WoW and the legacy that the long, very, very like alluring legacy that it has. Like it's a very big game. It's a very good game. I'm not going to sit here and say it's a horrible game.
Well written.
Because 22 years later, people are still playing it, kind of like RuneScape for some reason.
Well, I don't know about well written. The last 2 DLCs have been very controversial for the fandom. People are not like them.
The last 2 then.
I don't know. I don't play WoW either. The biggest MMO I've played is ESO, and I have quite a few high champions in that, but that's it.
Yeah. No, the last time I played WoW was they were bringing in the Demon Hunters, I think.
Good band.
And that was it. But that my buddies got me a month subscription, like one of those like free month trial subscriptions to play with them, and I was like, all right, I got a group here to play with.
See, I think that's what drove me away from the concept of playing WoW. Like, you already had to buy the video game, and now you have to buy a subscription to play the video game. Then again, same thing with Xbox, because you have to buy a video game and then also have an Xbox Gold membership or Cloud or Ultimate membership, whatever have you. I just contradicted myself. Son of a bitch. All right. Yeah. But now, one thing I want to ask you, because you are a Star Wars fan, because I'm going to tickle you a little bit here. It's on Quest. I'm surprised you haven't looked into the Vader trilogy, where you start out as a not an accomplice. What's an apprentice for over the course of 3 separate games. They're only like $10 a piece. But you start off as an apprentice for Vader, seeing what Vader is, and then going against Vader, and then fighting Vader in the 3rd game.
So I have actually the issue has been just with how hectic everything has been for me. I haven't had a chance to get it. I've been like that was actually going to be one of the purchases for this next pay period for my next check.
Okay.
I also recommend Battle Sisters for any Warhammer 40K guys.
Yes. For a guy that didn't know shit about Warhammer 40K outside of playing Space Marine when it came out for 360 back in like 2010.
Yeah.
Battle Sisters is not only A, informative, B, very lore driven, and C, the combat is so much fun. Holy shit. Battle Sisters was such a good time.
Finish it.
You need to do it. You need to fucking do it.
I know,
so
it's just been hard to play anything VR lately. After work, at least.
It only gets better. I'm telling you right now, it's so good.
It's so good?
Seriously.
I'm gonna try it.
Super.
Super?
Superb. Supremely satisfying.
I'm so excited.
Okay, before we continue down this road of stupidity, timestamp.
Hour 37.
Think we're good, or do we need a little bit more?
We could end at any point.
Okay, well, one more thing.
Yeah.
Get an Oculus Link cable. Anyway, on that note, it's outro time. Woohoo! My favorite part of the day. Yes, sir. We love it around here. We love doing this. We love this. This is fun. Kind of like how we were talking about sitting around a bonfire with your homies, having the smoke blow in your face. No matter what direction you try to turn, this is shades of that, just digital, and the smoke isn't blowing in any of our faces. Isn't that a good thing? That's a lovely thing, isn't it?
It's lovely.
I have so much fun doing these podcasts and topics and just talking with the fellas, especially when we get to have Fraser on. Fraser's a very busy man, so he doesn't get to be around here as often as he'd like to be, I'm sure. But
yeah, I'm trying to get better about that.
But we are happy that he shows up when he can, and hopefully we can keep this up, because it's always fun having you on, especially some of the stories that you have with Mikey, because you've known Mikey a lot longer than we have.
16. Who was that? No, I met him in 18 years.
This man has known Mikey damn near long as Mikey's own blood brother.
Yeah, because we met when we were about 11 years old.
Yeah.
That's some shit to think about. Just like, hey, so you're my younger brother. This guy has known me just as long as you have, or damn near, because the first 5 years of your memory don't count.
Yeah, he would have technically known my brother his entire life then.
Yeah? I mean, yeah, at this point, you guys are basically brothers at this point. It also makes me think...
Going to con together, going to Aftershock.
Mm-hmm.
When did Destiny
We're
come
actually
out?
going to be going to
2004. We're coming up on 10 years.
Yeah. No, 20 years.
Yeah, Destiny. Yeah, Destiny came out in 2004. I'm sorry,
not
2004. 2014. 2014. Yeah, 2014.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And it's October now, so it'll be our 10th year in like a year and some change.
Yeah,
we'll probably still be doing this.
That's crazy.
That's crazy to think about.
Almost known this little fuck for almost a decade now.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't feel
I've known this man a lot longer than I've known some of my IRL friends. And that's why I tell my IRL friends, especially if anybody wants to get with me on a romantic scale, yes, this is going to sound super nerdy, but you got to go through my Xbox crew before I say, yes, I do. So that was a nice little rhyme scheme. Pat on my own back. All right. It's time to go. I already said outro time. It's time to kick it off. It's time to take it home. Brendan,
Yes.
words for the folks before you go.
Wear a mask when you're around the campfire. Trust me, it helps.
Frasier.
I want to go camping again. This has really made me want to go camping again.
NoSkill camp trip.
And always bring beer to campouts.
We gotta get the boys on a camping
Misfits,
trip.
take us on your next outing. That would be some chaos. Us and the Misfits. Oh God. So much Gamer Subs powder everywhere. Oh God. And then final words for me. Go outside, but stay safe about it. I know we talked about some stories where we were a little destructive, but hey, we're here in one piece, and we're here to tell you, don't do what we did. Be safe about it, because you might not be as lucky. We just want you to be able to go home safely at night. Turn on some nice YouTube before bed and watch some of our most chaotic videos. By the way, watching some of our videos, check out the old podcast from a couple weeks ago. Check out the Tavern Talk. Check out the Rainbow Six video that we did recently. As of this recording, just start browsing. We're trying to upload and be as consistent as possible. We're working on it, but things happen, work happens, people moving. Just know that we didn't forget about you, and we don't want you to forget about us. And on that note, that's been Brandon.
Yeah.
That's been Frazier. I've been DJ, as usual. Sexy bunny girl. I'd like y'all to know that there's some buttons in the comment section down below. Do whatever the hell you want with them. And we will see you in the next one.